Hello friends of the channel, I'm going to make a small video on how to make the glue using the Tamiya extra thin plastic cement that you see right now in front of you. I'm going to start by saying that I want you to notice this. The one you have to avoid is this one over here. This is a extra thin plastic cement, but it's a quick setting one. You have to avoid this one, and I recommend using this one over here, which is in a container which is kind of like more green and like darker green, and this is like a lighter green. The reason why is because this Tamiya extra thin cement is the quick setting one, and it really dries too fast, and you're gonna be really pushing your time. You're going to be under pressure on building the model, and you don't want that. You wanna work in a more relaxed setting. This one dries too fast, and it will be, in my opinion, much better if you get this one over here. So avoid this one and get this one over here, okay, which is the one I recommend. Now I want to explain something. You can still do the job with this quick setting cement. Okay, I'm not saying that you cannot do the job. Okay, what I'm saying is that it's more uncomfortable to work with this one than with this one. So I want to make that clear so you guys don't make the mistake. As a matter of fact, I bought this one just by mistake. I didn't notice the green. I was very tired one night, and I just ordered some of these ones. I'm gonna still use it, but as I say, it's much more comfortable to work with this one over here. Another issue that I want to touch today is that if you buy this canister, if you buy this jar, it's gonna come, of course, full. And if you start adding the pieces of the sprue pre-cut, the same way that I have them over here, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna fill the bottle, the jar, all the way up, and you're gonna make goo, but it's gonna be all the way up. And as I explained in previous videos, the way I work, the perfect way of working with the goo, making the goo with the plastic cement, is for small details which are very important in the hobby, because you're dealing with very small details. It's just to have one bottle that is only filled. As you guys can see, I have put a mark over here, and the reason I have put this mark over here is so I know that this is the maximum amount of goo that I can have in this jar, because it comes this way, and this allows you to work with the small details. If you buy, for example, this jar, and you start putting small pieces of sprue, what you're gonna have is something like this. Actually, you're gonna have something like this, and it's gonna be very hard to work. It is very hard to work with small details when you fill the goo and you create the goo all the way up. So my advice will be to first buy one or two of this one, and just make sure that you make the goo, especially the one you're going to be using for small details, all the way here. And that way it's going to allow you to work in a more comfortable way with small details. In other words, a good idea will be to get one bottle. Make sure you empty the bottle, I would say 25%, and then you start adding the small pieces of sprue into the bottle that has only 25%. That way you're going to create a bottle that will be similar to this one, that's going to allow you to work with small details. If you buy if I have the chance to advise you, it will be nice if you get two of these bottles at the same time. Okay, and that way you're gonna be able to create one bottle with the goo to work with the small details all the way here, and then you're gonna be able to keep the other bottle just for gluing purposes, just like this one. Okay, maybe you can pour some of the content of this bottle all the way into the other bottle, or put it in a different container that you may have laying around. But that is one advice that I want to make to people that have asked me how I make the glue, which is very simple. It's just once you have your container with the plastic cement, you just start adding some pieces. I recommend cutting the pieces in very small pieces because this is going to allow it for the sprues to melt inside the bottle. Usually allow maybe like say 24 hours for the pieces of sprue so they can completely melt, and at the end you're gonna have a result something like this. You're gonna have the glue almost done in, I'll say, 24 hours. Another interesting fact about this glue is that, for example, I have over here this tester, which does a similar job than the Tamiya one. But the problem that I have with this bottle is, as you guys can see over here, this brush just doesn't work it's very uncomfortable to work with this brush. One good feature that the Tamiya Extra Thin Cement has is that if you pay attention, that tip is really important to work with the small details. If you see, it's a very fine tip in the brush, and this lets you squeeze the cement into very small cracks, and also help you to work with the glue in a better way. Most of the companies that have similar products to Tamiya Extra Thin Plastic Cement have brushes that just are not very comfortable to work with, just like in the case of this tester one over here. And as I say, it is very important, a very fine detail tip, just like the one that the Tamiya one has, in order to work either with the cement or either also with the glue. It will make things a lot easier. Okay, so once you have your jars, your Tamiya Extra Thin Cement jars, what you can use to refill is the airbrush cleaner from Tamiya also, that works in a very similar way to the liquid that comes in the jars, but it's a lot cheaper. For example, I pay, I think, maybe like $8, $7.50 for just one of these, and see how much you get for $9.99. So I pay $9.99 this in the store, and I pay around $8 for this one over here. So once you have your jars, once you have at least two of these, you can use your Tamiya airbrush cleaner just to fill and replenish as needed whatever you need, either in the glue and the glue like you see over here, or either in the glue jar like you want to see over here. So when I start running out, or this thing start getting too low, what I do, I just draw from here and I replenish the jars from using the airbrush cleaner, which, as I explained before, it does a very similar job, I will say identical job, than the glue itself. Okay guys, so I hope this answers a few of the questions that I have received, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.